Graeme, few days on since the Scunthorpe draw at the weekend, have you had more time to reflect on that? And you spoke to me after the game, a little bit frustrated, I suppose, coming out with 0-0, but overall you were quite pleased with your side.
Look, it's a difficult game. You've got a team who got a new manager themselves, who was a proven manager, who were coming on the back of 3 draws. They're very difficult to play against, and the conditions weren't great. But look, one thing we wanted to do when we came in is tighten things up and try and make sure we were a bit more resolute and be better at winning second balls, and that makes us a little bit more compact. One thing I looked at is when we won the ball, we were too compact for it. The transition, we couldn't move the ball, we didn't get out of areas, or we didn't switch it enough, and when we did switch it, we weren't wide enough. So there's areas where I've looked at and thought, right, we have to be better at that. But we still need to have that resolution, where with that compactness, where we don't get broke down.
When you looked at them 2 games, was 4 points in 1 week?
It would have been. I'd have looked and I'd have took it at the beginning of the week. Going forward, obviously, from where we lost the last 5 league games, you start thinking, right, let's get some points on the board. So, but then you get your win on Rochdale on the Wednesday night, so you're looking then you wanted 6 points ideally, but like I said before the week, you'll have probably took the 4 points, but we get greedy and we do want more. We had the opportunities. There was a couple of little half chances and a couple of penalty shouts, but it didn't happen. But it's another point on the board. It was a clean sheet, which is a plus, so we've got to move on from that.
You've obviously been here a few weeks now. When you look at the table, it's almost equal points from the bottom than it is to the top in the playoffs. Have you looked at that and set yourself or something, the team targets?
Well, you look at it. You do look at it, but I'm just looking at each game. I know everyone says this, but you look for the next game. You look at where you get the next points from, and then you move on. In the back of my head, I've probably got a few targets what I want to get to, and where we want to be. The Christmas window is massive, so that area, like them games, the fixtures coming up, like we'll assess it again where we are after, like I said, the beginning of January.
We'll come on to Colchester. We just mentioned there the Christmas period, including and the confirmation the last few days of Bolton in the Papa John's Trophy and Blackpool in the FA Cup. We haven't really had a chance to even ask you about them. What do you make of them 2 draws both at home? Yeah, 2 fantastic draws, 2 tough games, but 2 games where we can go out and give everything we can, which we should be doing every week. But like a game where we can just, like I said, the Blackpool one, a championship team. For me, it's still a game where you want to go and try and win the game, and like I said, it's an exciting. Everyone's going to be buzzing. It's the pressure away from the league, so and both of them, the Bolton game, both of them we can go into it nothing to lose, and like I said, everything to gain. Are those 2 games going to be opportunities for lads who may have not been getting inside as much at the moment?
Probably it'll be more of a but also the Christmas fixtures, there's about 3 or 4 games before these games can even come up, so it's where we are with the squad, what we've got left, and hopefully, like I said, I've got a full squad to pick from, and like I said, it could be opportunities from other people, but both games we'll be going on to try and win.
You've had a few weeks to look at your side now, and you're coming off the bench on Saturday. We saw the likes of Gavin Holohan, Joe Gray, Fella. It really shows the strength and depth of your squad, and lads who at the moment can't even really get in.
Yeah, look, like I've said before, we've got a big squad. There's a lot of depth. There's a lads who could come in and do the same job, or be pushing to do the same job as the other each player. So we've got. It's a nice to have that backup. It's nice to have that, and like I said, going forward, there's still areas where you want to try and improve on, and that's what our plan will be coming the January window. But there's, like I said, the squad wise, what we've got and the bodies and how they work on for each other in the training ground is very good.
Colchester away this weekend, then a little bit further down from us in the table, no win 3, and had a bit of thumping, some may say, in the previous game. What do you make of that?
Yeah, the scoreline when you watch the previous game, but it wasn't a thumping when you're watching the games and what you see. Look, it's another tough test. We have to be on our game. Whoever we play against in this league, we have to be on our game. We have to have the right intensity. One thing in the Scunthorpe game, I thought we just lacked that little bit of intensity, especially in possession of the ball. So we need to get back to what we do, and if we do that, like I said, I think we'll be a problem for any team.
I think a few fans saw from the Wednesday and the Saturday game, Mark on the Luton, you got battered and bruised, really. Got really thrown about it. How were them two doing?
They're a little bit battered and bruised. There's a few niggles. One's been on the training pitch, one hasn't at the moment. So we're managing them, but hopefully both be available for Saturday.
You mentioned earlier on as well, you've done an 11v11 in the train today. We've seen the likes of Jordan Cook return. What did you make of that? I suppose 11v11, and was that a real opportunity for you to have a look at?
It was just, one, for look at players, two, to get some information of certain things we want to do, and like I said, like Cook, he showed some glimpses today, which is pleasing for me to see, and hopefully that puts him in contention for the weekend.
A few weeks on now, how you find it?
I'm loving it. I keep saying I am, but I still pinch myself and smile at myself when I'm driving into work or what I'm doing. I'm the Hartlepool manager, and I'm a proud man to say that, and I'll continue to be that. And like I said, my job is to make sure it's a success.
Thank you.
Thank you.